What's going on, y'all? My name's Rob. Welcome back to the Kentucky Chew. So in today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Not going to be tasting any products, trying anything new, comparing some blinds. I wanted to do another top 5 video. And this one specifically is reaching out to the beginners, the people who are just getting started into tasting whiskey, or that you're interested in it, you're intrigued by it, but you don't really know where to start. I've been in your shoes, so I kind of want to make sure people don't make the same mistake I do and buy bottles solely because of the label, or because it's got hype around it, or it's a new release, and before you know it, you paid $100 for something that you don't typically like, right? So before we do that, let's classify what kind of collector you're going to be. And the reason I say that, bourbon is still booming, right? There's a lot of buzz around it. People really enjoy the product. There's new releases that sell out. There's celebrity products. There's tons of micro distilleries. I mean, you literally can't keep up. And the heavy hitters in the bourbon world will say the same. So, where do you start? And if you're going to be a collector who just collects bottles just because you think it's cool and you're going to decorate your walls and all that, so be it. No judgment. Enjoy it. I've got the products that I like, and so I'm always going to be able to find something I enjoy. If you're going to collect and you truly want to enjoy it, and you want to taste it, and you want to find stuff you like, came to the right place, buddy. Yeah, I'm going to do a top 5 what I think are good beginner products. Beginning whiskey, beginner bourbons. Where should you start to figure out, what do I like? Do I like this? Is it something that I'm going to want to collect for the long run and enjoy? So let's jump in. Bottle number 1. This was a no-brainer for me. Old Forester. Specifically, I'm putting Old Forester 1910 in this lineup. The reason I'm putting it in here as a beginner, one, Old Forester's just a good distillery. They're consistent. They put out good products year after year. And so this is on their whiskey row, and I believe it should be pretty readily available. So that's why I wanted to put it on here. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I think for the majority, most of us can find this bottle. And so the reason I put the 1910 in here is it's a 93 proof product. That's not the lowest it can go, but it's a good starting point in my opinion. If you're truly getting into starting enjoying whiskey for the first time, I don't really recommend the higher proof stuff, because you're probably gonna burn and singe your senses, and you're not gonna know what happened. You're gonna wake up on the floor and you're gonna be like, what the heck? So this is a good starting point. Reason number 2. A big thing of enjoying bourbon and whiskey is picking up those tasting notes and the nose. So smelling the nose and seeing what you get. You'll be able to get this one. It smells and it has a hint of banana. I swear, I'm not crazy. Most people, I think a lot of people would agree with me. I'm pretty sure they bottle up bananas in these bottles. So for those reasons, Old Forester 1910. If you're just getting started, give this product a shot. Bottle number 2. So, on the other end, I don't think this bottle is as readily available. And I'm talking about Sazerac Rye. Product out of Buffalo Trace, obviously a very popular distillery. Everyone's heard of it. I put a rye on here. The reason I'm putting a rye, it's a completely different category. Believe me, if you pair these up next to each other, they're very different. I personally really like ryes. I've always liked ryes. This actually, I believe, was the very first rye I tried, and so that began my love for ryes. And ryes are typically going to have like a little bit more of like a spice flavor to it. Definitely usually more heat involved with it, but this is a 90 proof bottle too. So, it's not going to overwhelm you. It shouldn't knock your socks off. It's just a good starting point. Let me know if this is available in your area. If it's not, I'm sorry. It's not the best rye in the world. To me, it's just a good beginning point for the beginners out there tasting whiskey for the first time. So, Sazerac Rye, folks. Bottle number 3, moving on to. No-brainer, hands down, you gotta try this. Woodford Double O. So, look, I'll be the first one to say, I was kind of a Woodford hater for a while. And the reason being, growing up in Kentucky, to me, Woodford and Makers were just overrated, right? They've been there forever. They are what they are. there's just nothing special. I just kind of associated that with all Woodford products. I was very wrong. Double oak is phenomenal. And, you know, I believe you can get this anywhere. I would be shocked if there's a place in North America where you can't get Woodford double oak. I feel very sorry for you, but this is so good. For a bottle that I can walk into a store anywhere and grab, you can't beat it. I mean, the double oak adds so much different flavor, so much different variety, and it's just good. Plain and simple, a good whiskey product. The proof point is another big reason I put it on here, right? We don't want to overwhelm ourselves. We don't want to just get ahead of ourselves and start tasting things that are a little bit too high. Woodford, most of their products come in at 90.4. They've got into like a few special releases, but almost every Woodford product is a 90.4 proof. And so give this a try. So good. It turned my perspective around on Woodford. And if I had a daily drinker, which I don't, but if I did, it'd probably be this. Full honesty. So, bottle number 4. I'm gonna catch some heat for this. I'm pretty sure most people are gonna tell me I'm crazy for putting this bottle even on here, but bear with me. Basil Hayden Toast. Basil Hayden Toasted Barrel. The reason I'm putting this on here is one reason and one reason only. It's 80 proof, okay? Do I love this bottle? No. Full transparency, this is not one of my favorite products. I really don't even care for Basil Hayden that much. The reason I'm putting it on here though is beginner, right? If you've never really tasted, if you've only had whiskey and Coke or whiskey and ale ale or a cocktail, you really don't know if you like whiskey, right? Like by itself, the true form of it. And add a rock, add some ice, add a little bit of water. I don't care, but there's a big difference between a cocktail and a neat pour of bourbon. 80 proof, that's as low as you can go. That's really gonna tell you if you're gonna like this or not, okay? It's still got pretty good flavor. You know, it's still gonna have those notes you look for with a Kentucky product. And so for that, I put it on this list, and for that reason only. If you're an experienced drinker, if you've had a lot of different products, if you like higher proof stuff, obviously you're not gonna like this. I understand that. But beginner, starting out, give it a try. You know, the point here is just to figure out, do you like whiskey or not? All right, and bottle number 5. I went back and forth on including this one. It's a bottle I discovered this year. It became a very quick fan favorite of mine, and that bottle is Old Bartown Bottled in Bond. So, if you've watched any of my videos where we did the budget bourbon brawl, you'll know this came in extremely high. I'm not going to give a spoiler alert and say where it fell. Check out those videos. Well, I guess you could technically just check out the last one, and I'll let you know what I think of this bottle. I think it's incredible. The bottle is like $20-something. It's got all those great Kentucky whiskey notes, vanilla, like a creme brulee nose to me. It's got sweet, but it's not overpowering with the sweetness. It's well-rounded with those whiskey flavors on the back end, and it's good. It's really good. Bad news, it's only available in Kentucky. So I know that's a low blow for a lot of people. If you're in Kentucky, pick this bottle up. It is so good. I literally cannot say enough good things about this. So this also is the highest proof product I put on here. This one does come in at 100 proof. Honestly, that's like a sweet spot for me. I love 100 to 110 proof products. You know, I go up into the 130s. I don't have a problem trying those and tasting them, and I enjoy them. They definitely have their place on the shelf, but I'm definitely a sucker for that 100 to 110 proof. So that's it, folks. That's my top 5. This would be my recommendation to anyone who's just getting started in collecting and wanting to taste the products they buy. From here, it can go a million different ways. So just remember to have fun with it, enjoy it, don't break the bank over it. This is just meant to be enjoyed by all. So cheers, y'all. Appreciate you tuning in. Happy chewing.